Hello there, this is a 40-minute class and probably the last one I'm going to do from my Cambridge flat. So thank you for joining me on this one. And we'll start with our warm-up, Caribbean Blue, and Waka Waka Africa, and then we'll continue as usual. So let's just relax the back out a little bit. And breathing in and down. Breathing in and down. Breathing in, down. Two more. And one more. And let's tap. And massaging that lower back. And why not today? Let's do some gentle pinching. So not making little red pinching marks, but just gently pinching, which will, hopefully relax those muscles around the hips and waist. Okay, and then tapping down and up a few times. Okay, I will put the music on for Caribbean Blue. So we'll begin with our bubbles. Sunrise. Back relaxer. And roll it. Other way. Sunrise. And back relaxer. Go around the room. And sunrise. And back relaxer. And roll it. Other way. tunnels. And shoulders up and back. Head and neck. Semicircle. Let's roll the wrists. And find that beautiful end pose. Very nice. Okay, so maybe have a quick sip of water, and then we'll move on to Shakira's Waka Waka Africa. Four slow marches. Quick feet. Four slow. Pulse. Walk in a circle. Four slow marches. And quick. Four slow. Walk in a circle. Ready for toe, heel. Toe, heel. Switch sides. Walk in a circle. Beautiful. All right, so we'll start to take it down. If you're like me, your heart started beating a little more, so we'll take it down slowly, doing the jogger's walk, which is just heels coming up, toes on the ground. This is a good way to warm up the feet if your ankles are ever stiff, either standing or sitting, it's also a good way to cool down, not quite as vigorous as marching. So we cool down slowly. So you might be guessing what comes next, the tap, tap, step. But I'm going to demonstrate, if you have even more limited space like I do today, or, you know, maybe your balance is a bit funny today, or you have an injury and really need to be one-sided with this, we can do the tap, tap, step with a hand on a box or a wall or even a chair, where we do it in place. So here I'm going tap, tap, step, come back with the other foot, tap, tap, step. So you could see if I'm not having a good balance day, maybe I have a little bit of lightheadedness, this might be a safe way for me to do the tap, tap, step. Alternatively, you know, if today, for some reason, you really can only do this on one leg, yeah, just stay here and try it. Lunges are very good for us. So if anything, if it becomes a tap, tap lunge on one leg, we're still, you know, we're still improving our muscles there. I'm going to the other leg now. And of course, you know, if you have been trying this with me and would like to then take it across the room, you know, feel free to let go and do the tap, tap, step. So doing it away from the boxes or wall or chair is more of a balance challenge. So when we start moving across the room, that's where more balance challenge comes in. So I'll just do a small tap, tap, square today. Suppose we could do a tap, tap, circle. Haven't actually tried that, but yes, I can recommend the tap, tap, circle. All right, great. And let's now move to a tightrope walk. Now this one is a bit hard to do if you are, we can't really do it static, but if you are having a not a great balanced day, find a wall where you can actually move and just pop a finger on that wall. And it can be your guide. Maybe going front and back. And if you are feeling like you can let go and do it without support, you know, then that's great. Going forward and back. And for me, it always helps to imagine the inner thighs coming together more. It helps my stability in the tightrope walk. Just do a few more of those. All right, fantastic. Okay, well, we can get another little sip of water. And we'll continue with the balance. So coming up and down on the toes, up and down with knees bent. Knees, you know, they don't have to be bent so much, just soft. So it's just to avoid coming down and locking the knee. So knees soft, don't have to be bent. And coming up and down. And let's come up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And again with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down, maybe having a few up and downs, and then we'll go for 10. Ready? And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Okay. Maybe shaking that out a little bit. And we did this a couple videos ago where we tapped in different directions. So we tapped out to the side, maybe putting hands on the waist to begin with, just tapping the toe. See if I can show you. And then we'll tap to the side a few times. And now we'll actually tap backwards. Make sure there's nothing behind you to stub your toe on or kick. It's so easily done in these home practices where we're a little too close to the wall. So yeah, do move away if you're at all close to something. Okay, so let's try another round. So front, 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 side, 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 and then back. Okay, let's try one to each. Front, front, side, side, back, back, and again, front, front, side, side. I'm going to add some arms. Just keep the arms the same, front, so front, but it is, you know, if you think about it too much, it's actually harder. So it's one of these where, can you let your arms just do what they want to do and swing to the side while the feet go? One more time, front, front, side, side, back, back. Okay, fantastic. Shake it out a little bit. And of course we have to do our one leg stands. So maybe taking a chair, maybe you have a wall near you, not behind you, because that can really throw off your balance by, you know, twisting you. So if you're going to use a wall to balance or a chair, in front or to the side, directly to the side. And then, you know, you may or may not need the wall to come up onto one leg. And again, if you have the stability, maybe rotating the foot around. Can we do that while standing on one leg? You know, if you do enjoy moving that leg, giving it a try. And some of you might like to close your eyes. Make sure you have something to catch your fall if you do that. And then we'll come to the other leg. Okay, if anything sort of tightened up, cramped up, rubbing it out, shaking it out, and we'll come to the other leg. So maybe popping your hands lightly on the wall, maybe not. Yep, and again, maybe rotating the ankle. Perhaps moving in a kick and back. Perhaps even closing the eyes. And we'll come down. All right, great. So let's take the ball next. So just throwing it around at first. I'm sure this has many benefits. It's very relaxing and probably warms up the fingers. I'm not sure why I like it so much, but I do. Okay, and then we can strengthen up those wrists. Remember, if it is painful on wrists to do this, point the fingers forward. That may help. Otherwise, keep them pointed to the sky. And rotating. A little more. And try not to let the shoulders ride up. Keep them down and back. Keep that stomach slightly in, really the abs slightly engaged, but breathe. And rotating. Okay, so we want a little more cardio in this. We can bring the ball down and to the chest, down and to the chest. Now, if you would like to work a bit harder, it's down and all the way up. Down and all. The heart has to work a lot harder here, so if you do have an underlying heart condition, I would recommend down to the chest. But if not, you can go down and up. And remember that talk test. So I'm experiencing that now. I'm a little breathless, but I can still say a full sentence. That means I'm working moderately, which is what we're aiming for. So as long as you can still speak, you're okay. All right, fantastic. Now we'll bring that ball to a diagonal and then pouring the tea. And try to keep the hips still here. So it's really just the torso that is moving. And we'll just do 8 on each side. Is really enough of these. They're very targeted exercises for the oblique muscles in the sides. And good for the grip as well. Okay, great. Since we have the ball, let's pop it between the thighs and squeezing the thighs together. Because it's hard to see this, I like to move my hands just to show you kind of what I'm doing with my thigh muscles. Just squeezing and letting go, squeezing and letting go. Great. Okay, and let's take that band. I'm going to remain standing. If anybody needs to sit at this point, please do. But what I'll do is step on the band, grabbing it with thumb side up around waist height, and it's coming out the thumb side like a giant ice cream cone. And then we will bring the thumb towards the shoulder. So you'll feel your abdomen engage here, probably. It's really the only way the body can be still while we're doing this with our arm. So getting ready for the weeding season. Strengthening up that bicep. Okay, changing sides. I'm going to step on the other side, grabbing it about waist height, maybe slightly lower, and thumb towards shoulder. And again, trying to keep the rest of the body still. Okay, so we don't often do this one, the tricep extender, but since weeding season is coming upon us soon, so in this one, we take a grip we don't normally use, which is we grab the resistance band with thumb side down. So the resistance band is coming out kind of the little finger area. And now we just move the elbow back, so just making a right angle with the elbow. The arm really, the upper arm stays like that, and then it's the bottom parts of the arm, so it's the forearm and the hand that moves back like a lever. So it may take a while to get this. So the keys are that this is the same angle the whole time. Upper arm is the same angle the whole time. And I have enough resistance here that I feel it. If you really don't feel anything, it's probably because you have too much slack in the band. So then grab it a bit lower. So it should be a little bit difficult to move that forearm back. And this is going to get at the tricep. So kind of the opposite muscle of the bicep. Okay, let's try that on the other side. So again, I'm stepping on the band with my left foot now. I'm grabbing the band in the opposite way that I normally do with thumb side down. I'm grabbing it quite low. I first bring the elbow back, and then it's just the hand that pulls the resistance band back. So it's that lower arm that is moving. All right, great. Shake it out. It's always the ones we don't do that we tend to feel the most. Okay, and maybe I need to relax my neck out. It's easy to tense the upper back when we do these things. Okay, and of course we have our nice opening now, our nice opening one, which is we go with straight arms and then breathe in and out, and just allow those arms to open. Like a great swan, opening the wings. Okay, so let's hang on to this band, because what we can do now is a little bit of shoulder loosening and opening. So we have this lovely one where I find it useful to double up the band. You could also tie it in a knot. Since I've said it, I'll just do it. So you don't have to tie it, but it is nice. So if we've got a nice big loop, that's kind of just a bit shoulder width or larger. And then we hit out the band, keep those abs engaged, and as high as you can go, and then down again. So let's do that 2 more times. Nice. And if you haven't the knot and you're just holding on to the double, you can still do the hitting out. Changes it slightly, and then coming down. Great. And then with the knot, or without, if you've got the knot, just putting the hands into the band with palms facing each other and then coming back as if someone's pulling the band behind you. And again, watch the abs. So we don't want to, bow out like a Titanic thing. We want to keep those abs engaged and just let the arms come back. They might not go back that far, that's fine. They might just come back here. It's a shoulder opening. So wherever you feel that resistance, that's where you need to be really. And it might just be here, which is great. The idea is to loosen where we are, which I'm sure has happened now. Okay, leaving the band. Let's have a little sip of water again. Okay, so let's have a nice long Tai Chi and stretch sequence to undo all that, all that bunching of muscle, because we've been working quite strongly. So I'm just going to put some music on, naturey music, if it complies. There we go. Okay, so let's breathe in and out. Breathe in. Let's do 5 more of those. Painting the air. And then bird arms. Two more of these. And then we breathe in and hug that mossy tree. One more, and let's be the wave, moving a bit slower today. And then watch the graceful transition to the other side. Try. Okay, I'm going to resurrect one we haven't done in a long time, which is the bow. Pulling back the bow and dropping. So its elbow comes back as other arm goes out. And if you've got it, watching that hand in front of you. Elbow goes back. Other hand goes straight out with a stop sign hand. Let's do one more each side. Breathing in. Breathing in. And then we'll come up the fountain. Breathing in on the up. Breathing in on the up. And reverse the fountain. Breathing in. Down, hands down the middle. And now watching the right hand as it continues its journey. Coming down, watching the left hand. And down. Watching the right hand. If anybody is dizzy or has neck pain, keep your head looking straight ahead. Otherwise, watching one hand. And one more time, the other hand. Okay. And then we'll come to an upper back stretch. Hugging that lovely, might be a young oak tree. And then our open chest stretch, you might have a little more range of movement now after we did that with the bands. Maybe a basket hand, maybe just straight. All right, one side gets heavy, the other side comes up. And then the other side is heavy, we curl over and the other arm goes up. Beautiful. We did some shoulder work today, tricep work as well. So bringing across that arm, gently, perhaps popping it on the opposite shoulder and smoothing down the muscles. And then the other side, coming across, popping the hand on the shoulder, smoothing it down the other side. And let's go to the wall for some legs. We're coming to the wall. Front leg bent, back leg straight. Maybe raising and lowering the heel. And changing sides, front leg bent, back leg straight. Raising and lowering the heel. And taking that back relaxer. Feet apart. Let that spine stretch. And then walking towards the wall to come up. I think we have time to crawl those fingers up the wall. And other side, crawling the fingers up the wall. bring shoulders up and down, up and down, up and down, looking right and left, and semicircles. Okay, thank you for going on this journey with me. These 40 minutes, I hope you feel stronger yet more relaxed. Okay, we'll just do a few breathing in, and one more to namaste.